Next we are going with the word spacing. When we are using the word spacing, there is a gap which is created between the words using this word spacing. If we allot 10 pixel between the word spacing, then if we write hello world, there must be a 10 pixel gap between the hello and word. This is how word spacing work. And these word spacing are represented with a real number with the suffix as a point or pixel or centimeter or millimeter. This is all about word spacing. I have to add the property letter spacing. It is showing the letter spacing. Now I will add the 4 pixel of letter spacing. 4 pixel of letter spacing, and I will save it, and I just open. As you can have a look at here, this is the gap of 4 pixel between each letter of the word hello world. This is how the letter spacing work. Now we go with the word spacing. When I am talking about the word spacing, instead of a letter in the property, we have to add the word. When I am adding the word, I will save it. I just give a more pixel of distance, and I will save it. And as you can have a look at here, these are the two words hello world, and the gap between them is almost 40 pixel. I think I added 50 pixel. The gap between the hello and the word is around 50 pixel. This is how the word spacing work. Now I am going to discuss about the border property. Well, we have a lot of border styles. This is all about word spacing values. Now we will go with the box model. Well, box model is an important thing in the CSS as it defines how the element look like when we take it from the HTML. Well, whenever you take any element from the HTML, it has the three of the things. It will take up that thing in the box manner, and it has a margin, and it has a border, it has a padding, and whatever width we define to it all contain margin, border and padding. And this is all about the box model. Now we'll go with the border property. As we have discussed, this box model contains the border. Well, there are properties for border in CSS. When we are discussing about the border property, we can give the color to that border, and as we know, border is default not shown. We have to mention the solid to that color which we are using. When we are using the border, we have to give pixel numbers, and we have to give the color, which give color, and the width of that border is defined with the pixel which we are writing in it. And next we go with the border style. There are a lot of styles which we can give to the borders, which includes the dotted or none or dash, double, groove, ridge, inset, outside and hidden. When we are using none, it will just simply show the border, and if we are using the dotted, it will show dotted borders around that box model. If we are using the dash, it will show the dashed. If we are using the double, it will show two borders, and if we are using grow, it will show in grow manner. And this is all about the border style. We'll discuss about this all in VS Code. Now we will go with the width. When we are discussing about the width and height, as these are an important thing, because the CSS will take up the values of HTML in the box manner. A box is a rectangular thing which has width and height. Well, we can give a width and height to this box model using the property of width and using the property of height with percentage value as well as pixel value, and using the centimeter and em and many more. This is all about the box model. Well, first of all, I have to add the border style. We have created a hello world with a p tag. Now I am going to show it with the border style. Well, I have mentioned about the border style. Now I will mention that this border style must be dotted, which is the first property, dotted, and I will save it, and I just reload the page. As you can have a look at here, because I added the border style equal to dotted, it is showing the dotted borders around it. You can just add we have a lot of a property. Next we go with the dash. when I add dash, as you can have a look at here, when I add dash, it's not showing anything because we haven't added, it is not at all correct because we haven't added the dash in a correct manner. I just remove it, add dash again, sorry, it is dash. I will save it and I just reload the page. As you can have a look at here, the dotted borders are changed into the dash borders because we have added the value of dash. Now we will go with the double. When I add the double, then it will show the double borders. Now it's double, it's showing. I will save it and I just reload the whole page. As you can have a look at here, it is the double border, and we have rest 4 properties. I will show everything. Now we have the groove. When I add the groove, as you can have a look at here, it's showing the groove borders around 8, and these are the groove borders. Now I will show you how to add the ridge border. When I am using ridge border, I will save it. As you can have a look at here, it's a ridge border where it will show a shadow where the light is falling into the frame from the topmost, and it is showing its shadow. This is how the ridge look like. Then we have inset and outset. When I am adding the inset, as you can have a look at here, this is how inset borders look like. Now I have another border. I have outset border. When I am adding the outside border, as you can have a look at here, the shadow is from bottom. This is how the outside look like. When I use border equal to hidden, nothing will show. Border equal to none, nothing will show. And this is how we give the borders. As well as you can also have the border property like this also. Just write the border and mention the pixel size of the border. I am mentioning it as 1 pixel. Then you have to add a solid color because borders are not visible. It is a default property, therefore we have to mention the solid. When we mention the solid, borders become visible. Now I will add solid. Next I will add the color. I will add red color. Now I will add red color and I will save it and reload the page. As you can have a look at here, we have created a border of 1 pixel and which is with red color. Because borders are not visible, it is a default property, we are giving solid property to it. This is how the borders work. At last we have width and height. As we have discussed in the box model, every box has a width and height. We will discussing about the width and height. We will keep these borders as it is. Now I will mention width. Width must be around 400 pixel and I will save it and I just reload the whole page. As you can have a look at here, when I mentioned the width equal to 400 pixel, the width which is around 100% of the whole web browser, it becomes 400 pixel itself. This is how we use height, width. When I am talking about height, along with it I add some height around 200 pixel and I just save it and I just reload the page. As you can have a look at here, I have created a p tag and I have added the text hello world with a width of 400 and a height of 200 pixel. This is how we create a width and height. This is all about the borders. Thank you.